Welcome to my beach house, dudes. Hi everybody, it's me, Jill, and welcome to Jill Informed. This is a recap of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 8, Episode 9. That was weird. Well, we missed all the fun at about 2 a.m. Apparently there was a lot of drunken dancing and talking and lots of fun. Because this episode starts off the next morning. The ladies are getting up and having their coffee and breakfast. And we learn that Erica has left the night before to go stay in a hotel. And to the confession cam, Dorit lets us know that everyone was pretty vocal the night before and all had their own opinions about Erica leaving to stay in a hotel. I guess Erica had her assistant come and pick her up late at night, and I don't know. We do see some footage of Teddy. It didn't seem like it was a big deal, but she did seem like she felt a little slighted by it. It was another one of those things where she was like, you came to my beach house, you picked out a room, put all your stuff in there, and then you left. It's just weird, and if you didn't want to stay, you should have just said. Teddy's kind of like, I wouldn't care, just be honest. That's really all we see Teddy saying, and I guess Kyle had things to say. Maybe they all had things to say. Maybe they all chimed in. I don't know. We see Alex, the personal trainer that Teddy has hired to come to the house and work out with the ladies. Teddy's doing it, of course. Kyle's doing it. And even Vanderpump, who, well, she's not doing it full out like the other ladies are doing, but she's participating and Camille is participating. The only one who's not doing it is Dorit, and Erica comes back to the house in the morning. She's not doing it either. So the two of them are talking. Now, apparently, Erica had really bad cramps, and that's why she just wanted to stay in a hotel, which is fine. That's her prerogative, but this gets to be a whole nother big thing. So while the others are outside exercising, Dorit and Erica are inside kind of watching them out on the deck. And to the confession cam, Dorit says that I don't want to get in another situation with Erica where she thinks I'm keeping something from her. So I think I should tell her. So she decides to tell Erica everything that was said about her the night before behind her back. She's trying to be coy at first and saying, well, some of the ladies were a little put off by your leaving last night. And Erica's like, really? Okay. Well, who? Well, I just a few, and she goes, just tell me who. And she's like, well, Kyle. Okay, Dorit. And then Teddy. I think they thought you planned it all along and that it wasn't very nice of you. But I told them I thought it was a last-minute decision that you made. She is really putting herself in the best light here. Again, we go back to the footage from the night before and Teddy saying, I wish she just, if she didn't want to stay, I wish she just would have been honest about it. Which is not the most damning evidence ever. I don't think it's the worst thing that Teddy could have said. So the second the workout ends and the ladies start filtering back into the house, Kyle comes in and immediately Erica says, so I heard you were mad that I left last night. And Kyle, of course, is taken aback and she said, well, I'm not really mad, but I'm sorry you missed all the fun. And I thought it was weird that you went to stay in a hotel. Then Teddy walks in. Erica to Teddy, I heard you were mad that I left last night. Teddy basically says the exact same thing Kyle did. I'm not mad, I just thought it was weird. And Erica is offended by that, and she said, well, I think it's weird that you care. Then Camille, who you know doesn't like Dorit, Camille says, Dorit, why did you feel the need to tell her what we said? I think you're just being a tattletale. And I think Erica kind of defends Dorit and says, well, she thought I should know. Camille said, well, she should have said it in front of all of us then. I think saying it behind our backs makes her a tattletale. And I'm reminded that Erica never really took well to Teddy, and this isn't helping things any. So Erica gets all upset and she goes, listen, I didn't want to bleed all over your sheets, okay? Okay, are you happy? Erica goes off crying. Teddy's left kind of stunned by it all. When Erica comes back, into like the kitchen area there where all the ladies are. She said, look, I'm sorry. I didn't say anything. I was embarrassed. I just wanted to go to a hotel. And she's like, I was just embarrassed to say that the night before, and I just wanted to go to a hotel. I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. And Teddy's like, it really was not a big deal. And you needn't have felt embarrassed. We're all women. And she kind of reaches out to touch her arm, and Erica just backs away from her touch. Okay, I don't need any more petting. And she's had a very rude reaction to it. Even if you understand that Erica has her own issues, it still would not make you feel good if you were reaching out to somebody in comfort, in a comforting way, and they shrink away from your touch and say, yeah, I don't need any petting. I don't need any more of this. So naturally, Teddy's feelings are hurt. And she kind of turns away and says, okay. But now she's welling up a little bit. And I know that she's thinking, I'm like trying so hard with these ladies, and this is insane. These women are really high maintenance. I'm imagining that Teddy's thinking that. Well, I'm thinking that. Somebody says, oh, well, why are you crying now? And she goes, this isn't on me. I didn't do or say anything last night that the rest of you also didn't say. I just thought it was a little weird. If I can't say that I think it's a little weird that I'm inviting people to my house for the weekend and they come, but then they go and stay in a hotel, I'm sorry. I think that's a little bit weird, and I should be able to say that without people getting upset. Then she and Erica kind of get it out, and Erica said, well, it was just because I felt uncomfortable. So they kind of let it go, and Teddy suggests that they all just call it a day. And so all the ladies start packing and head out. Kyle, Vanderpump, and Dorit are all in one car heading back. Quick observation. For those of you who watched my Real Housewives of New York recaps, you will remember my ode to the fur shrug. It was the season of the fur shrug for the ladies of New York City, and everybody was wearing them, particularly Luann. Well, not the ladies of Beverly Hills. For them, this is the season of white. The white blouse, the white t-shirt, just stark white, nothing else but white. Please enjoy this brief montage, if you will. Okay, so they're in the car, and Kyle's not thrilled with Dorit for telling Erica what they said behind her back and for naming Kyle as somebody who was mad at her for leaving. Kyle kind of says the same thing that Teddy said, which is we were all saying that. We were all confused about why she left. End of story. And I know a lot of you out there are Team Erica. Believe me, I love Erica. You know that. I adore her. But in this particular instance, those of you who think it was very rude that nobody asked her how she was feeling when she came back in the morning and that they were making a big deal out of it, I honestly do not think that they knew. And I did see Teddy on Watch What Happens Live, and she said, I had no idea. I was not privy to the conversation earlier in the afternoon when she was complaining about how bad her cramps were. I didn't even know she was having her period. So for me to think it was weird that she went and stayed in a hotel, that was based on me having no knowledge that she wasn't feeling well. So you kind of have to take Teddy's side on this one. She's the host. She's already probably a little anxious about hosting these ladies, and then one of them leaves, and it's the one that she's been having a hard time connecting with in the first place. I get it.
And I love Erica, but I get it, and I have to be on Teddy's side with this one. If you didn't even know she wasn't feeling well, how can you ask her how she's feeling the next day? You don't know to do that. So that's my take on it. Well, now all the women are packing and planning for a trip to New York City. Rinna is going because her daughters are walking in Fashion Week, and she's also moving Delilah into her apartment. Erica and Lisa Vanderpump are planning their outfits, what they're going to wear each day in New York. Dorit is doing the same thing. Dorit's hosting some sort of magazine or an event, or she's hosting something in New York City. So all the women really kind of have business there, I think. We see Rinna and Delilah shopping at that Jonathan Adler store that, if you guys watch Real Housewives of New Jersey, you'll remember that as being the store that Joe and Melissa and Teresa were at when they were buying a gift for Margaret's birthday party. She requested that everything come from this Jonathan Adler store. And they have a lot of cool stuff in there. So Rinna is there with Delilah, and they're picking out things for her new apartment. Then we see Lisa Vanderpump and Kyle going to Kyle's store, Kyle and Aileen too, her store in New York City. They're looking, I don't know, Kyle has some business to do there too. The next scene is a dinner with all the ladies except for Kyle and Lisa Vanderpump. I don't know if it's because they're at Kyle's store or whatever. And I don't know if they're going to be late or if they're not coming at all. But everybody else is there. Teddy, Lisa Rinna, Camille, Erica, and Dorit. Now, Rinna has missed a lot because she didn't go to Teddy's beach house, and she hasn't been around for a while because she's been working. So Dorit is filling her in on everything she missed. And Dorit starts with the dinner that she had with Lisa Vanderpump and Kyle that went so badly that Lisa took off in the car and said, "My husband would like to be with me more than you guys." Yeah, so she shares that whole thing with her, really kind of making Lisa look bad, I would say, by basically saying that she was jealous of her and Kyle, or their friendship rather. So, I mean, it's not great. It's not great. And you know that's going to come back to haunt Dorit. Then she continues to tell Rinna that at Teddy's beach house, Vanderpump and Kyle kind of got into it again, talking about, are you jealous of my friendship with Dorit? And Vanderpump saying, no, you guys just didn't give much attention to my telling you that the lawsuit was dropped, and like that whole thing. Then she tells Rinna about Erica leaving to stay in a hotel that night. I don't know what she's doing. Dorit, it's like Dorit can't keep her mouth shut. Erica is sitting right next to her, so I don't know how she's gonna spin this story. She is definitely playing up Kyle's role in the trash talking of Erica. It's not good. And she's saying this in front of Teddy and Camille, who were there to witness the whole thing. Erica goes, you know, what did Kyle say exactly? And Dorit said, well, she started to say, I'm sorry, but what the hell is this? Her leaving to go to a hotel. Oh God, Dorit. And Teddy, in defense of Kyle and herself, said, you come to the house, you pick a room, you put all your stuff in it, and then you go to a hotel. It was just weird, that's all. Erica just makes it worse. She speaks of herself in third person and says, Erica is gonna do what Erica wants to do. And then Rinna, oh God, suck up Rinna, is like, you know, preach, sister. She's, oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, come on, Rinna. First of all, you weren't even there. Secondly, stop trying to be part of her squad. When Dorit was talking about the argument at the beach house between Lisa Vanderpump and Kyle in the afternoon, Camille said, wow, it sounds like a lot happened before I got there, because Camille arrived later. And Camille says to Dorit, do you really think Lisa Vanderpump is jealous of your friendship with Kyle? And Dorit said, yes, she has told me in the past. And Erica interrupts and says, privately? And Dorit said, yes, privately. She has told me. And Teddy just rolls her eyes at that like, oh my God, Dorit. Dorit is just about to share something that Vanderpump told her privately. Anyway, Dorit goes on to say that Lisa said to her, Dorit, sometimes when we're out in public, I feel like you don't include me or you don't listen to me. I kind of find that hard to believe that Vanderpump would say that to Dorit. But regardless if she did or didn't, I don't think she wanted her to share it with everybody else behind her back. But that's where we are, and that's where this episode ends. So I can't wait for Kyle and Lisa Vanderpump to show up, or the next time they hear about it, because you got some splaining to do, Dorit. She's going to be in trouble. Oh, God love her. Dorit is just making this season interesting. Anyway, that was it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Please subscribe to Jill Informed if you haven't already. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. I love to hear from you guys. I will see you next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central Time for the next recap of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Bye-bye.